What are we talking about this week then, Claudia?
Well, I thought we could talk about some Doctor Who.
Okay, I like Doctor Who, Claudia.
I love Doctor Who.
That sounded sarcastic, but I didn't.
Yeah. Hi everyone.
Cool. Hi guys. Hi gang.
I'm Claudia.
Hi,
this is Dan.
Fam.
You might have forgotten who he is.
Who am I?
Just come back
Who
from a
am I?
stint as Romeo in
Spider-Man.
Spain.
Yes, I
He's
have.
actually been touring Spain like a rock star, and they closed roads for you and gave you a
They
police
did. We were given
escort.
police escorts and roads were closed and yes, people waited outside the theatres afterwards.
Screaming fans.
It's true.
I'm not
It sounds like a
exaggerating,
joke.
it's
It is true.
Yeah.
It's very
so,
surreal.
Any casting directors who happen to be watching this, cast him.
I'll yes, anything. I'll do it.
Yeah. Anything. Anything at all. Okay, so so we are here because on Christmas Day we just so happened to watch a little something called Doctor Who.
Yeah, but funnily enough, we actually didn't watch it on Christmas Day. We watched it on New Year's Day. Time travel. Weird. Strange thing, that.
Spoiler alert here. I've seen some people piping up on Twitter about spoilers after this episode.
Right.
My thinking on this is, if the episode's aired, as long as you've got like Doctor Who in your tweet, people can choose to mute Doctor Who. Or
Sure, yeah. Also, just... I feel like if you cared that much, this might be a controversial thing to say, if you cared enough to be angry about it, why are you even risking like finding anything out about it and not watching it
I mean, think about
immediately?
I love The Mandalorian. I don't watch it when it happens live. I watch it in the morning after.
Sure,
I
yeah.
don't go on Twitter until I've seen The Mandalorian.
Right.
I don't get angry when I see cute baby Yodas.
Exactly,
on the timeline.
because
Anyway,
that's on you if you see
This
that.
is going to be full of spoilers. Our thumbnail, I've just realised, is going to be a spoiler.
Thumbnail is already a spoiler.
Oh, not necessarily.
So we've spoiled people that haven't
Not
even watched the
necessarily,
video.
though, not necessarily.
Right, it might just be about
Sacha
Sacha
Dhawan.
Dhawan, yeah.
So yeah, we're going
If
to...
there's somebody calling me out, it's Dhawan.
Okay. Anyway,
Oh,
so we were
cool.
very excited, but I feel like our reaction to the episode is very different, like, as we were going through the episode, as
Sure.
opposed to the review.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is Spyfall Part 1, by the way, obviously. So,
Series 12,
as
episode
we were
1.
going through, I think we felt like there were pacing issues, right?
Well, I think it started, and I'd say for the first 10 minutes we were very excited.
Yeah.
We were very, very hyped.
We were.
And we thought, oh, this is good. They're
Yeah.
setting up some story threads.
I liked all the bit with all the different companions at the start.
Yeah,
and,
so
like,
Ryan and the shooting hoops.
Yeah, I
I've got
like
a
that.
theory about that, by the way, which I'll share later on.
Yeah.
I shared with Claudia yesterday.
Broke my heart.
But yeah, we were pretty hyped, we were pretty excited.
Yeah.
I'd say for me, as soon as they got in the car, it dropped off a bit.
Yeah, but then I feel like it's one of those things where I put this on Twitter, but the first time I watched it, I only really got joy in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The second time I watched it, I enjoyed most
You can
of the
then
episode.
go back and appreciate. Yes, right.
Is that the cleverness of the episode? Is that a flaw? Like, I don't even know. It's an interesting technique.
Yeah, but in hindsight, it's an enjoyable episode.
Oh, it's amazing to
and
watch
it's
back.
good.
It's
Yeah,
incredible
it's
to
great,
watch back.
great stuff.
But that is because of Sacha Dhawan.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Should we just
Yeah.
spoil
Okay.
it?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, on three, we're going to
Sacha
say who
Dhawan
is
playing
the
Master. Sacha Dhawan
is playing
the
The
Master.
Master.
Ooh.
No, we love the Master so much. Like, our first experience, the first Master reveal we ever saw.
Oh yeah, Utopia.
Do you remember?
Yeah, oh absolutely, yeah.
One of the best
2007.
joint
Yeah.
moments of our lives.
Oh yeah, sure. Exciting as hell. Yeah.
So that series was amazing anyway. Series 2. No, Series 3?
Series 3.
Martha.
Oh,
and Martha and Jack.
we're getting old.
No, I know. Oh god, I am. I realised the other day, I saw a list of them. Someone had done a poll about who's the best of the last 4 Doctors, and Christopher Eccleston wasn't on
even
it.
one of them, yeah.
And I thought something was wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm old now. I've grown old.
Oh, it's almost time for me. Yeah. Right, so if we go plot point by plot point.
Yeah.
What's something I said to you in Stephen Moffat's credit when
Mm-hmm.
the episode was on? I think it was on, didn't I? I said that it's a very similar premise, and we've had the premise before in Doctor Who, where the companions get picked up by the government,
Yeah.
and it's all a big mystery, and it's like, oh, why?
Like Impossible Astronaut.
Impossible. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
the best example. And I feel like that idea was done much better in The Impossible Astronaut and Day of the
I think
Moon.
it felt like it had more like hype in those.
Right, it was just a bit... You see some black cars showing up with like men in suits walking out,
Yeah.
and you're thinking... okay. But, you know, I'm over it. Whereas, didn't they all end up in, like, body bags or something in the Impossible Dash Store? I don't know, but...
It
seemed,
dramatic.
yeah, all the envelopes and the letters, they still...
Yeah.
It was done in a more interesting way.
Yes, I agree with that, yeah.
And then the car bit, which is what I was saying. The car bit is where I fell off a bit, I think. Because it seemed like it was just... There were no stakes, first of all. There were no stakes. No stakes had been set up. So they're in this car, and then the sat-nav takes over, and it just feels like there's like an action scene for the sake of having an action scene. And it just... do you remember it?
I do, because so I haven't really spoken at length about what I think of the 13th Doctor. Like, I really like the 13th Doctor, but something I will say for her Doctor is that sometimes she isn't the sort of Doctor I would choose to travel with, because she doesn't always seem like she's in control. In that car scene, she was screaming with the companions. She doesn't know what's going on.
You didn't feel safe. Yeah,
no, you don't think
this woman doesn't know what's going on.
This Doctor's got it. You kind of think anyway. She's one of the gang. How did that get resolved anyway?
I think they almost go over like the edge of a unfinished bridge or something. It was randomly just an unfinished built bridge.
Yeah, but they drove anyway. The idea was...
What was that about? Do we know?
It was the spies getting them to the place. So it's like a spy car.
No, but they tried to kill them.
Did they?
Yeah, that's why they almost went off the edge backwards, isn't it?
I don't even...
That's what happened, right?
You should know when I'm talking as well here that I have seen the episode once in full, and then I've seen all of SACHA DHAWAN's scenes lots of times.
Yeah, same for me.
And then there's several points where I don't even...
Well, that's something else we were saying, isn't it? Like, during the episode, it got to the bit with the fake sort of interview with Daniel Barton with Yaz and Ryan.
Yeah.
And we sort of turned to each other and said, I don't think any child is going to understand what the hell is going on.
Well, I didn't understand what was going on.
Well, neither did I.
I really didn't understand.
I don't know, yeah.
And
to this day.
In some ways, I feel like I wish it had been a bit more like... I know the theme was spies, so I know it was supposed to be intrigue. Right.
What I gather is that the aliens were trying to kill some spies. There was a sniper at the start. Remember the sniper?
Well, probably, like, that was to do with the Master taking out anyone, like, in the spy circle. Yeah?
Right.
So the Master's taking out people.
Who was the person in the, in, like, the deserty kind of area? Who was that? And then what else happened at the start? I don't remember.
Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry. Oh, yeah, Stephen Fry.
So Stephen Fry got taken out, but cleverly, the last word he said.
Yes, I was going to say this to you. Yeah, I saw this. Yeah, he says, "Oh,"
Yeah. But then I feel like this whole episode is about like the Master and like. I wouldn't watch it for the plot of the episode.
Yeah.
I would watch it for the fact that the Master.
The Master is being in it. Yeah.
Everything the Master was in was brilliant. There was that scene with the tuxedos. So when we were actually watching the episode for the first time. There was that... so they all got into their tuxedos and they kind of walked out of the TARDIS and there was this swell of like...
The swell of music, right? Yeah. Or like Bond-themed music.
But to us, nothing was happening. They were just...
It seemed like, yeah. I feel like loads of people will probably disagree with this, but it just seemed like that didn't warrant the big like hero music moment.
They were just walk.
They just stepped out and suddenly it was like... Dun, 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 dun.
But... On second, once we understood, watching it back, I kind of get it, because it's like, the Master has like, infiltrated
kind of like,
the companions.
Kinda, yeah.
Watching it back, it's so much funnier.
Sort of,
The episode actually becomes funny when you watch it back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the Master and Yaz on the bike is quite amusing.
Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah. Like, I have a theory about this, so I think that the Master obviously is going to try and steal Yaz from the Doctor, so... This pleases me because, as a new series fan, I think you'd call it Thasmin, the 13 and Yaz ship.
Yeah. I think you'd call it Thasmin.
But I really love 13 and Yaz, and I think 13 and Yaz are like awesome and they should have more scenes together. So I think it fits that the Master has identified... I mean, I don't know if it's warranted, I don't know if the episodes have actually built the Doctor and Yaz as well as the fandom has. I think the fandom probably has a more...
Yeah.
You know, but... He obviously has thought, right, Yaz is her favourite, and I'm going to steal her. And I think this fits very well with the whole Doctor and Master premise, like, from the very start. Because I think, like, in a non-shipping sense, the Doctor and Master, like, the whole thing is like Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
Right? So the Master just wants the Doctor's attention, will kill or steal anyone around the Doctor for the Doctor's attention and love, and just like...
It would never actually hurt the Doctor or like...
No, like that's what I loved about
kill the Doctor,
the ending of this though. Like the plane's going down and he's literally saying to her like, in the moments before you die, and then she gets...
And then oh actually, she's the only one that got off the plane, yeah.
Left the others to go, yeah.
Have you seen that episode 2 has got a different director to episode 1?
No.
And it was filmed in a different block, apparently.
Why?
This is what I heard, I don't know. Apparently this is word on the street. But I don't know. I suppose the setting is very different. Because they go back to Paris, don't they?
I have no idea.
I think it's all set in Paris.
I'm coming into this series with no idea what's going on. Like, I did not have any clue. There were people on Twitter, straight after that episode had aired with the Master, talking about how, people I greatly respect, but like talking about like, oh, the pacing was great, that was incredible, like, throughout the episode. And at the time I was thinking, like, personally, I didn't get that.
I don't think the pacing was great at all.
But I wonder if it was because those people had already had a heads up about who Sacha Dhawan's character was. Therefore, they were getting the second viewing experience.
Yeah.
Because if you watch that knowing who he is, it's a better
episode. It's way more
episode.
exciting, yeah, it's great.
If you genuinely don't know who he is, for most of the episode, you're kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah.
This is nice, but why? That's what you think.
Yeah, like, what's the point of all this? Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even think he was the master. I knew he was creepy.
You said, do you remember your theory? Really early on, that was just out of the blue.
What was my theory? I don't remember.
You said, and I can't even remember why you said it. Oh, no, I know. It was the minute we found out his name was O.
Right.
And you said, jokingly, oh, wouldn't it be cool if he's Omega? Do you remember that?
Oh, I do remember that, yeah.
And then I was like, oh, don't give me hope.
Don't hype me.
Yeah, don't give me hope. That'd be so cool. Sacha Dhawan as Omega would be cool.
Yeah.
But then what we got, weirdly enough, was kind of cooler and weirder, but it's just surreal that you like suggested that about 10 minutes into the episode.
I felt something like he was, to such a degree, playing such a nice character, like that sort of Ben Whishaw Q character in Bond.
Yeah.
He was doing it like that. And it was so nice, and he was so sort of almost inconsequential, but there, that it almost felt like something's going on here. And then when he was like talking to Graham about like how he loved the Doctor, at the time, I thought he was like, I thought it was like a weird flaw in the episode that Graham just left that be. I mean, he was giving off real serial killer, obsessive vibes there. Yeah. And Graham was just nothing.
But it's an interesting plot, which I hope they do move forward with, because in Series 11, the companions really do know absolutely nothing about the Doctor. They know absolutely nothing about the Doctor. So if the Master like uses that against them, that'd be great.
Well, I was saying, like, we were having this conversation the other day. We've had many conversations about this.
Yeah.
But about how the Master could very easily spin things to the companions that the Doctor is the bad one.
Yeah.
Very easily. I mean, if the Master was like, oh, the Doctor fled the Time War, or even talks about the War Doctor, like, oh, all the people the Doctor's killed.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even know the Doctor's name.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm here with this poor species, and I was saying that I think a good species for the Master to team up with would actually be the Silence.
Yeah, I think the Silence need a comeback. The Silence need another chance, I think.
I mean, to this day, I still have beef about the fact that the Doctor decided it was a good idea to indiscriminately, not just the bad Silence, but every time any human sees the Silence,
on sight.
And they don't even like run away or anything, they kill them.
Yeah, all the baby Silence, yeah.
We are all...
Massacre
you can't have a Baby Yoda situation with a Silent, because...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know. So that would be a good idea for them to come back. And I think that would be a great chance for the Master to be sort of like a hero. Like, we were also saying how the Master is somehow more progressive than the Doctor in some way.
In terms of his
He's
regenerations,
always a step ahead, isn't
he?
he? How awesome was it though? Like, I think we're at a point now in history, which is so cool, that when he was revealed as the Master, it didn't actually hit me, like, the joy of him being an Indian Master didn't actually hit me until the episode finished. Like, he was just the Master, like, straight away. Yeah. And it was when the credits were rolling, and I suddenly just started thinking, wait a minute.
Hang on,
That guy's one of us.
He's
one of the gang. That does feel really, really special, because I feel like last series with, like, Demons of the Punjab, like, I was asked to do, I did the Reality Bomb podcast and, like, spoke about Demons of Punjab. And, like, what that meant as, like, we're half Indian, half English, so that episode was interesting because our family are from the Punjab.
It's great, yeah, really, really interesting.
Yeah, and that was actually that was my favourite one of yours as well, wasn't it? Of the last series, Demons of the Punjab?
Yes, without a doubt, I think. Yeah, Demons of the Punjab was much better than Rosa, but...
Yeah, I mean, people say that they're, like, sort of on par, like, really great historicals, but I think in terms of what they do. Like,
I think Dims the Punjab was much more impactful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're biased. I don't know if because it kind of like hits on stuff
Possibly,
to do with, like,
yeah,
family
possibly,
history and
true,
stuff.
yeah, true.
Maybe, but for me that just felt fantastic. But no, the fact that
also the one with James the First was quite good as well.
Oh,
James
the Witchfinder.
Yeah, that was good.
I like that. Yeah. No, that was very, very good.
Yeah.
Mostly because of him and.
Oh yeah. They should find a way to bring him back somehow.
Yeah, definitely.
Just yeah.
No, but also like we didn't get a chance to talk about this.
Was it something like that? I can't remember.
I love that actor anyway. He's incredible.
Yeah.
But like, I think we haven't really had a chance to talk about the last series, so I'm just gonna go for it here. But like, I thought it was really awesome, like how awesomely done it was that they didn't shy away from the fact that James the First was like bisexual or gay or something. But more importantly, Ryan wasn't like offended and it wasn't a joke.
Yeah, that worked well. Yeah.
It was just like if like a like Henry VIII had like gone up to Yaz or something and been like, "Will you be my wife?" It was like, "Ha ha ha, thank you, but no thank you," kind of thing.
Have we not done a video on series 11?
I feel like we haven't ever done.
Did we do a video the entirety of last year?
We did a reaction video to the Regeneration, right? And then we did some Game of Thrones.
We must have done one about Doctor Who.
You've been busy.
Your
schedule's
What about
been
Resolution?
full.
We even spoken about Resolution.
No. I don't think so.
Oh my god. This is like working almost like one of those Moffat plot twists, isn't it, in our video? You know how anyone's in episode 2 of Dracula? You know how it started and it didn't pick up from the cliffhanger of the last video? And only now we're like, wait a minute, how did we get here? Yeah.
There's something like an effect, like
shouldn't we be
like a zoom in effect and suddenly
there we go, we're giving you a Moffat plot twist.
In a minute we're going to be sitting here like having a chess game.
Yeah.
But wait, there was something you missed.
Your subscribers were desperate to know what happens next. We just given them this. Yeah, there we go.
They had to wait till now.
They had to wait till 15 minutes into the video.
Yeah, about the SACHA DHAWAN casting again. Like, it's just incredible, like, that he's...
Absolutely incredible,
like, in the minds of kids, it's important to me. Like, I feel like people are still moaning about, like, Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor because she's a woman, and, like... It's for the kids. Like... do you know what I mean? I feel like with so much Doctor Who, it's like... And so many fandoms. It's for the kids. Think of the kids first.
Yeah.
Right? It's good. I don't care if you don't really like Jodie Whittaker, like, that's fair enough. But don't be sexist about it. And it's good for kids to see a woman being a role model.
But I actually think that attitude has actually really, really changed for the better, because it almost seems like now, for the most part, everyone's just kind of forgotten that Jodie Whittaker is a female Doctor, and it's just like, that's the Doctor, isn't it? Yeah, you've just sort of forgotten.
No, but that's what I loved about seeing the Doctor and the Master, like, just... in any incarnation, like, this is how you know the actors are good as well. Like, that was just the Doctor and the Master.
Yeah.
The scene where they just kind of walked close to each other.
Yes.
That was them.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Like, it was brilliant. And you don't think, oh, okay, this is like an Indian guy and this is a woman, like... Yeah. That's just their energies. And I do think, like, barriers have been broken down now, that no matter who becomes the Doctor next, who becomes the Master next, like, that's gone for me now.
Yeah.
I think in a lot of ways I'm so glad they did it, because I can imagine anyone having that chance now. Yeah. But yeah, big up Indian SACHA DHAWAN. We need some sort of like...
somebody calling me up. SACHA DHAWAN. Oh. Do you know what's interesting though? There's something I just thought of as you were speaking. A possible reaction to the next episode or the rest of the series that hasn't been anticipated by Chibnall is that SACHA DHAWAN is acting more like the Master than Jodie Whittaker is acting like the Doctor. So will people feel more emotionally connected to the Master than they will the Doctor? Things to think about.
Yeah,
do you see what I mean?
I do see exactly what you mean, yeah. But then I also think it's an opportunity. Like, I feel like Chris Chibnall is a writer who learns.
Yeah.
I feel like after some of the criticism from last series, like, there were good comments, bad comments.
Yeah.
He's taken them on board and he seems to be using them. This is a good opportunity for him to really establish Jodie, though.
Yeah, alright, and let me just say, yeah, I really like Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. Yeah. But it's just, I don't know, it just almost seems like she's not been given enough
No, but
to
do you know what I think it is? I think it's the fact as well that she's got 3 companions.
Yeah, maybe, but also they seem to, like, they're not benefiting from it either.
I sometimes think there's too many of them at this point.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there was pressure, because... you know there's going to be people who are like, oh, not a female Doctor, so then they thought, okay, we have to have a white male, we have to have Graham. But then they thought, right, let's make it diverse, and I love to have all the characters, but I just wish there was time for them all to kind of I don't really know how to better explain that. I just think that maybe Rusty Davies... Like, there are things that each of the showrunners do which are good, and if you could pluck something from each of the showrunners and put them all in, like, a pie...
Yeah.
It would be good. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like, I think something Rusty Davies did was he built on the characters very well. I think Stephen Moffat was quite good at, like, that kind of exciting pacing kind of thing.
I think Stephen Moffat had a very good idea of scale and pacing.
It could feel quite like cinematic.
And he had some interesting plots and some really cool villains and
the scares were there for that era.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of want like Chris Chibnall to kind of take on board the good bits and discard the bad bits and yeah. But I think as he's still so early in his time as a showrunner that it's hard to kind of assess, don't you think?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
Because I feel like what you get in your first series...
Yeah, but... Series 1 and Series 5 compared to Series 11.
But I will say that with Russell T Davies, like, there were ups and... Like, the first series I absolutely loved, and he just kept getting better for me. Stephen Moffat kind of good at the start, and then had ups and downs, dips and ups.
So that's the most positive I've ever heard you speak about the Moffat era.
I'm trying
That's insane.
I'm trying... Well, there were, like, occasionally...
Series 5 was... I love Series 5.
Was great.
Yeah.
And then you'd get moments like...
Moments in Series 6 were also good.
You'd get, like, the Doctor's wife and things like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you'd get
I
the
also
occasional...
quite liked the God Complex.
Yeah, the God Complex was interesting. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, you'd get the occasional episode that would bring it up, but on the whole...
And then, and then... Series 7?
Series 7, yeah. What do you make in general? Like, what do you make of the Chibnall era so far?
Do you say, what do I make?
What do you do?
What is the point of you? I will happily sit and watch an episode every Sunday. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, yeah, this is on. Mm-hmm. I don't think any of them are especially memorable. None of them feel very important. I think that's probably my issue. None of them feel very important. Like, nothing is... I don't know, it feels like when Doctor Who's on, you want to get the sense that this is for everyone in the country. Everyone's watching it right now, yeah. Whereas, I don't know, it just feels like you could have thrown Series 11, like, onto Netflix or something and, like, streamed it.
Do you know what? Like... I feel like you're right about the Netflix thing, and I think it's to do with... Like, it's a choice that Chibnall's made, and some people absolutely love it, but it's more... They're all individual episodes in their own right, aren't they?
Yeah.
They could be watched out of order.
That's exactly it. They could go in any order, yeah. Because there's no real growth, really, or like...
They feel like...
you could put some episodes in certain places, I guess, but...
No, but it's like, you know how you get, like, Big Finish dramas and things like that?
Yeah.
They feel like they could be those, or comic strip things, and they could just go
Right, so
anywhere.
good stories in their own rights, yeah, but...
But as a link, it doesn't hype to a point.
Yeah.
And some people like that, because I think in the old Doctor Who series, it didn't necessarily always hype to a point. No. But I think maybe because our era where we began was Russell T Davies, we're used to that sort of hype to the end. And I think that's something Stephen Moffat also tried to do, like some sort of hype to the end.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So that's a big change for us, I think. Like, there's a lot of changes, and sometimes I find myself feeling like... I feel more and more in touch with the older fans all the time. Because do you ever feel like your era, like, you love... I saw a tweet the other day about someone saying that being a fan of Doctor Who is like being a fan of a sports team.
I saw this.
Yeah, but it's like, it is. It's like, you know how silly it sounds when sports team people are like, oh, I hate the management right now and like it's going really badly, but they're my team and I'll die for them. That's how it feels with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Don't you, like, and when people say if you don't like a certain point, like, stop watching, like, maybe certain, like, there have been certain episodes in the Chibnall era that weren't my cup of tea, but I wouldn't stop watching it.
No, yeah, I would... Yes, I wouldn't stop watching it.
I'm going to watch it till I die. I'm going to have my kids watch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my kids watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
No, but yeah, I'm going to be like encouraging, like, come on, like, it's Doctor Who. It's like...
I might put, every Saturday, for my kids, I might put on an episode of Merlin and Doctor Who.
To give them
just
the
every
experience.
Saturday, just one episode, yeah.
Like they're authentically watching it.
And they're like, Dad, Doctor Who's a Sunday thing. No.
That was dark. We don't.
Can I make those kind of jokes? No, I don't know. That was just me, like,
scratching.
Yeah.
Oh, genuinely, the other day. This is totally off topic, but I honestly was thinking. I've been thinking recently because we've hit the new decade. Hello, everyone. This is the 4th day of the decade. I've just realised.
You're uploading it on the 4th.
Well,
on today.
Now.
Today, hello everyone.
It's very early in the new decade, and you know everyone's doing those start of the decade, end of the decade things, and it makes me realise like how much time's gone by. And I was saying the other day, like, in 10 years' time, you never know, like we might even have kids or something, or like we don't know. Everything's going to be so weird and different. Yeah. And I've been thinking about bringing up kids, like not to like make this one of those videos. Like you're like, what am I doing in this video? No, but I was thinking about like how, like, you know, how my dad used to read me like, well, make up stories about the hat shop. He used to make up stories about a hat shop where someone would go into a hat shop and like try on stupid hats and things. And I've realised that I'm actually going to tell my kids stories about the Doctor.
Oh, okay.
I actually think that would be really fun.
Wait, what's the hat shop thing?
Oh, it went nowhere. I just loved it because I was a child. Like, someone used to go into a hat shop and ask for a different hat, and then the hat shop owner would always get the wrong hat and come out with a different stupid hat. Oh, okay. And it would be like a saga that went on night after night. Will they ever get the right hat?
Night after night, right, to be continued, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just imagine, like, being able to, like, choose any Doctor and, like, tell your little kids, like, make up a story. Yeah. And, like, even the idea of, like, if they're scared at night or something, like, even just saying to them, well, there's like the Doctor and they'll protect you. And then I'm also kind of conditioning them into being a potential Doctor Who companion also. Because if the Doctor is real, that's the sort of person the Doctor would, you know?
Well, there you go, yeah.
Oh, am I creating...
So anyway, Sacha Dhawan is the master.
Oh. Can I say my theory?
Yeah.
So I said this early. So Lenny Henny. It's that time. We're on the Pepsi now.
Lenny Henny.
Yeah. Anyway, Lenny Henry, I think should be the Rani. Now I know everyone says everyone should be the Rani. Ironically, I'm not ironic when I say everyone should be the Rani. I think he should be the Rani, and I think the Rani and the Doctor should be working together. Someone on Twitter discovered that the anagram of Daniel Barton is something like
Rani Bond Tail.
Yes. Now, that can't be a coincidence, right?
Well,
and also, the Rani...
But do you remember the Battle of Ranskorav Kolos, or whatever it was?
No.
The finale, last series. And that's literally an anagram of, like, Skara goes into that several times. Skara... do you remember the Battle of Ranskorav Kolos? No? Okay, cool.
I don't remember that.
You remember the Battle of Ranskorav Kolos?
Why don't I remember that? I'm like doing a Donna Noble. I slept through it.
I know why you don't remember. Nothing happened. Yeah, Skaro went into that several times, so the theories were all going crazy, like, oh god, they're going to bring back the Daleks. Because there was already rumours that... Well, we had sort of insider information, didn't we, about...
Oh, yeah.
Resolution.
Oh, yes, I remember, yeah.
Yeah. We were aware a little bit before what was going to go down to Resolution.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever all these theories were saying, oh, the Battle of Ranskorav Kolos is Skaro, and then it came to nothing. It was one of the best villains that Doctor Who probably has ever done since '63. Was Tim Shaw.
Tooth Boy.
And they brought him back, yeah.
Tooth Boy collecting teeth.
Yeah, and there was a demand, I'd say, for Tim Shaw to come back. So glad we got that.
So this is why I think Lenny Henry should be the Rani, right?
Right, I think Tim Shaw should be the Rani.
No, listen. No, but the Rani, right, so the Rani and the Master have worked together before, and I know they don't like each other, but they have worked together before. Now, the Rani is more detached than the Master.
Yeah.
The Rani could well be in control of all this. The Rani likes to do experiments in order to take control. So it is conceivable that in the 21st century, when, like, technology is, like, the new thing, she might be interested in experimenting in terms of using, like, technology.
Yeah.
So, I would love Lenny Henry to be the Rani. Can we address the controversy around the Lenny Henry thing?
Oh, go on then.
Right, so basically, Lenny Henry gave an interview where he was talking about how there weren't, like, a lot of, like, people of colour in Doctor Who. Are you looking over there to distance yourself from the argument? And people have been really, really mean to him about it. And again, like...
I think people get very defensive, don't they?
Yeah, it's just let him, like, you know, like...
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. I know I always drag this into, like, more of a political sphere, and I feel like when we come to do these videos together, I feel like you come for the comedy, the fun, and every so often I sort of, like, throw a little... Curveball in there, like...
Yeah. My argument against that narratively would be, I feel like they would have added that to the cliffhanger if he was. Just for the sake of, like, imagine, like, dropping, like, here's the Master, here's the Rani, here's the Light Boys.
The light boy.
That's what, yeah, that's what we'll call them for now.
The only thing I can think of though is that I don't know if a general audience, they don't know enough about the Rani yet.
To be excited enough and be like, oh my god, it's the Rani.
I kind of almost feel like they need to hype it more, like...
Cool, yeah, true.
That kind of thing. So that to me could counter it, but...
Like the light boys are probably the Vord or something, right?
The Vord, yes.
Probably, because they look like that.
Yeah.
And they also, wasn't the company called Vor or something?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, when we were
have you seen the thing about Vor?
What do you mean?
The company name Vor.
What do you mean?
I saw some people on Twitter talking about it. It's an
What
odd
do
choice.
you mean?
If it is, I don't know.
Oh, as in the other meaning of Vor with an E?
Right, yeah.
Oh, I know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't know, yeah. The thing is, I didn't know until people were like, I wish Christian had Googled Vor before he put it in the episode.
Oh, I knew it because people were talking about this Disney cartoon a long time ago, and I was like, oh, what does that mean?
Oh, right.
I was like, oh.
Wait, what Disney cartoon?
I don't know, there's a dragon or something?
Right, anyway.
I don't But I thought, like, the obvious thing is, okay, like, there's Cybermen, like, you know, Army of Ghosts, Doomsday. But that might be too obvious.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's
we
more likely
know that
that-
there's so many coming back, don't we? So, yeah.
But it's more likely, like, Vord.
The Vord, yeah.
The Vord. But I feel like we have this... We had, like, a really interesting childhood in terms of Doctor Who. Because we were brought up when it was so big on TV, we had it interested us so much that we used to get books about the old Doctor Who.
They released them at the same time as the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did it like series by series, didn't it?
Do you know what they
It
subtly...
was like the monster one, the companion one. Yeah, yeah.
But subtly, they made us learn all about the past of Doctor Who.
And the Master, yeah.
So every so
That's
often...
why we were excited about it,
Yeah, but every so often, like, one of these, like, monsters will come up, one of these Doctor Who monsters.
Yeah.
And it comes, like, in my brain, it clicks as if I know it, even though I haven't seen it.
Right, yeah. So we're like, oh yeah, it's the Vord.
It's that
yeah.
one from page...
We've never seen it, yeah.
Which we know. We know what they're here for. Yeah. Yeah, do you have any other further comments on...
Oh, my Ryan theory.
Okay, go for the Ryan theory.
My Ryan theory is that everyone is going into Series 12 anticipating the death of Graham. But I think Chris Chibnall is aware of that.
Mm.
So I think what he's done is a similar thing to the bike narrative in Series 11, where they set up like an obstacle for Ryan to overcome. So by the end of the series, you expect, oh, okay, Ryan's going to figure this out, it's fine. So he's done the exact same thing in Series 12, with Ryan shooting hoops, not quite getting the hoops. So we're going, I bet by the finale, that boy will be shooting hoops. But I think Ryan is going to get killed off instead of Graham.
I just worry that, like, they might... I don't want the Master to kill off Ryan. Because I have, like, this... I feel we shouldn't, but we all like the Master. Do you think that's fair to say?
Yeah, I like the Master.
And I shouldn't like the Master, but I do like the Master.
Yeah. And
it kind of throws a spanner in the works for me when I'm reminded that he is evil.
Well, yeah.
Like that time he turned Bill into a Cyberman.
I was rewatching that episode the other day, you know.
Oh,
That's dark.
It's too
When you
dark.
see that hole
it's
in bed,
too
it's just
dark.
like...
It's too dark.
Yeah.
That was too much for me. So I just blanked that kind of stuff out. I don't
Yeah.
like to dwell on that. But I hope Ryan survives. Like, Ryan and Yaz are my favourites. I like Graham, but I do think he's kind of... He's made it much further than I thought he would.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to make it out of Series 11, no.
Since we haven't spoken about last series, did you want to talk about the frog?
No. Right. Let me tell you a story. What was the episode called? It Takes You Away or something?
Yes.
Is it Takes You Away?
Yes.
So we were at uni. We were all sitting down, very excited. There was a group of us. It was like a communal thing. It was, it takes you away. We don't know what this episode's about. It's going to lead into the finale. This could be a real big one. They've kept it so secret. So we're watching it. We're enjoying it. Good premise. Well, they're in the middle of like a forest or something.
The set was really interesting.
There's a random hut. There's a little girl in the hut. All exciting stuff. It's all interesting. What the hell's going on here? And then, the episode's going on. And they get split off, right? Isn't just Ryan stay in the house, or is it Graham? One of them stays in the house and the others go and find the blue man. And it's all like, what the hell is going on here? And then you realise, oh, there really was no monster. There's like a speaker.
Yeah.
Things are kicking off. We're thinking, oh my god, it's a big trap. the Doctor's in the trap, it's all gonna kick off, like, and then from that point on, you sort of you have the alternate world that's like making people for the Doctor, right? So you're thinking, oh, this is the perfect opportunity for them to bring back an old character to lure the Doctor in. Could be anyone. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Rose? Who is it? Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
Well, probably couldn't be Sarah Jane.
They could do like a Leia thing. Or,
sure, right.
Anything. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we get to the conclusion of the episode, and it's the little frog on a chair, and it speaks like Grace. Look, I'd even be fine with that. I would accept that if they went for it and that frog was like the big grand villain. Right, what I missed...
It had like a cane or something, like a hat.
Yeah, if it had a... Well, yeah. It was dancing around, yeah.
You were thinking like villain,
down
I
the
was
steps
thinking like...
yeah, you're thinking, yeah, little performing frog or something. But no, if they probably went for it and Frog on the Chair was like the big series villain,
Frog on the Chair.
I want it to be rewarded in some way. And it felt like that was the episode we were going to get rewarded. And it was going to be like, oh look, you missed all this stuff. The Doctor's been led in the entire series. Here we go, this is it. Here we go for the finale. And then nothing happened. It got wrapped up. And then the finale happened and also got wrapped up. It all just got wrapped up. There was no stakes, there was no nothing. There was no excitement. I could have even done with Tim Shaw showing up at the end of It Takes You Away, just to set up the finale somehow. Also never happened.
Okay, I know who should have come back. Right, so remember in Rosa?
Yes. Oh, Krasko.
Yes.
Yeah, Krasko could have come back. Krasko could have been a villain.
I thought Krasko was being set up as like a modern sort of Nazi character.
He was a time agent as well, wasn't he? Yeah.
And I thought, oh, what an interesting way to like deal with the issues that we have in society right now, of like fascism and stuff. Like to have him seem cool and like hip and everything, but he's evil but he just disappeared. I thought he was gonna like really...
He was gone, yeah. But that's the weird thing. There were several plot elements they set up in Series 11 that seemed like perfect arc material that just never happened. I just remember in episode 2, there were the cloth things. You remember them? The flying cloth monster things? And they said to the Doctor something about the timeless child or something. The Doctor was like, well, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah, it never got returned to.
No.
Ever. And that's where we're at. But Resolution was great.
We loved Resolution, didn't we?
Resolution was great.
We had fun watching that.
Yeah.
But there is just something fun when you're with other people seeing like the Daleks just...
Yeah, that felt like more like event television though to me.
Yeah.
Resolution.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That being said, I can't remember the plot.
It was very self-aware. It was just, do you remember it had what's that girl's name? Is it Charlotte Ritchie or something? I hope that's her name. Didn't she get like the little Dalek attached to her back like a backpack? And it started using her, and they were driving the car, and then there was basically just a big chase for the episode until it built its own suit and then destroyed the tanks, but it was fine. It was good. No, it was good. It wasn't fine. It was good. No, it was good.
No, but essentially we made this to talk about Sacha Dhawan, but we've talked about...
Sacha Dhawan is the master, yeah.
I think he's wonderful.
Yeah, I hope he gets a cool outfit.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I actually like him, like immediately I like him more than John Sim, which is a controversial thing to say. Because
I'm not sure I'd go that far just yet.
John Sim and like Anthony Ainley and Roger Delgado are like my favourites masters until now. But I don't know, there's something I liked about his facial expressions for me do it. Like the tiniest change in his facial expression in the scene makes me feel really unsettled, but he's also really charismatic at the same time.
Yeah, he's cool.
And I also think he's really handsome as well, but so is John Sim. So, anyway. So before this review started, like literally just before we made it, I put out a little hello on Twitter and was like, we're going to be making a review. Hello.
Hello on Twitter.
I was thinking about that dancing frog.
Yeah. It was a cool idea. I hope Chris
Chibnall
was watching this.
Oh my god, it was evil this whole time.
Bring it back, yeah.
That frog can do the same thing Sacha Dhawan was doing, where you think it's just a cute, happy, nice little frog.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's like, actually, I'm obsessed with the Doctor, and...
Oh.
What if that's one of the Master's regenerations?
It probably is.
That's
So's
what he was
Tim
talking
Shaw.
about when he said, like, I met the Doctor once.
Once before, yeah. That was what he was talking about.
Yeah.
When he was a little frog.
Yeah. And I think he's quite gutted that the Doctor didn't even realise.
Yeah.
The Master.
Yeah. That means the actress who played Grace is an officially
master. A master. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so we have some questions here.
Fire away. Q&A.
Yeah, so
Claudia and Dan.
Just a couple people
back on YouTube.
Back on YouTube, yes. Okay. Hayden asks, do you hope the master...
Hayden!
Do you hope the master... We both know Hayden.
Yes. Me and Hayden regularly have interactions on Twitter.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah. Right, Hayden's my friend.
Do you hope the master will be a recurring villain like the Delgado master was, or do you think he shouldn't reappear in the series after episode 2?
Right, that's interesting. And I was actually thinking about this last night. It's almost at risk of doing the Mandalorian thing, where it's become such a big sort of cultural thing now that the master's back. It's sort of for Doctor Who in recent years anyway. That it's almost like it's now the big exciting thing about Doctor Who is that the Master's back.
Yeah.
And what you're anticipating is the Master to be the big villain. But if he does go after episode 2, and maybe we don't see him for the rest of the series, there's the risk of that Baby Yoda thing where you introduce Baby Yoda in episode 1 and 2, and everyone goes crazy about it, and everyone loves The Mandalorian for Baby Yoda to start with. Obviously, The Mandalorian became its own good show.
Yeah. But
imagine if they took Baby Yoda out of that and they just let The Mandalorian go on. It's like, I don't know. That's the possible risk that I'm aware of.
I would like him to be in it for the first 2, maybe drop out of it for a couple, and then reappear again.
Yes, I want him back. Yeah, I want him to go and get the Daleks or something, and then just come back in the film.
I think maybe he goes off in like a strop at the end of this episode. He's like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
And then you just know that he's gonna. Yeah. I'd like.
But yeah, that's. I think possibly it's a risk of losing the hype that it has now. Possibly.
Yeah. You don't really.
Right. That. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Because that's the main hype for the show right now.
Yes, absolutely.
We're desperate to see episode 2
because of the Doctor and the Master.
Because of the Master, yeah.
I would watch the Doctor and the Master in like a cupboard.
Yeah.
A whole episode. Wouldn't you?
Doctor and Master in a cupboard for an episode. Oh, it's like what's it called? Heaven Sent or Hellbent? Which was the one where it was just Peter Capaldi on his own. It's just like that, but it's just a big duologue between the Doctor and the Master.
In a cupboard.
In a cupboard.
With no set, it's just a cupboard. But wouldn't that be entertaining though?
Oh yeah. Any combination of Doctor and Master would be great for that. Yeah.
You could put them anywhere and it would just be really funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we weren't on the edge of our seat excited to watch series 11. Like we're not like, I can't wait to see Kablam. I've got to see Kablam, right? But if Kablam had the Master in it.
Then I'd want to
you'd be like, wait, right? So, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited that the hype is there for the show now.
Well, let's just say that as soon as the Master was revealed, we were cheering and hyped, and suddenly we were going crazy. Yeah. We really were going crazy.
Absolutely, oh yeah.
But before that point, we were just kind of like...
Well, yeah, that was a bit like... I'm enjoying this, yeah, but...
Might go get a drink or...
Yeah.
This is an interesting question. Okay, so this is Maximum Derek. In this age of despair, of destruction and reactionary politics, what can the Doctor do or represent to give people hope and motivation to keep fighting?
Bravery. Taking a stand. Being respectful, being kind.
Yep.
Being hopeful.
Yeah, I think there's something that I like about this Doctor is her optimism.
Yes.
And I've seen a lot of people, like, whenever there's, like, a bad news story, a lot of people's reaction is instinctively to go, like, oh, what's the point, you know?
Yeah.
But actually the point is that things can only get better if we're like, okay, we have to try and do something.
Absolutely.
Because once you're at a point where you're just like, oh, it's rubbish, we might as well sit here and die, like... Nothing's ever going to change.
Exactly.
And I think this is something they can improve on from last series. Like, for example, last series, there was the episode, like, I think Kablam's the Amazon type one, wasn't it? It was like the...
That was the one, yeah.
I feel like the Doctor kind of... They missed a whole strand in that episode they could have used, which is the Doctor thinking about the workers that are being kind of, like, mistreated. But that just kind of got dropped to the wayside. And I feel like maybe some other Doctors...
Didn't he actually blow himself up in the end?
Yeah, I feel like some of the other Doctors might have been like, well, these workers deserve more rights.
Yeah.
I'd like the Doctor to be more...
Yeah, like if you make those humans in that the Ood, then suddenly it's a bit awkward, isn't it? But people don't think about that, yeah. If you see the Ood, they're like, please, can we have, like, we're not being treated very well. We're going to blow ourselves up. The Doctor would be like, I'm going to shut this shit down right now. Yeah.
Humans, though.
But yeah.
Wow.
It's like, oh, yeah.
So, Young Dirty Chai Mocha, I don't know how to pronounce that at all. Wicken Gecko 95. But I've spoken to you on him many times, my friend. How do you feel about the progression of Graham and Ryan's relationship, and where would you like it to go?
Well, I did comment on this.
Yeah.
Because I thought we'd actually got somewhere with Series 11. Like, I in terms of Graham wanted to be the grandfather role to Ryan the whole time, didn't he? He wanted to step up and be that role for him until finally we got Ryan calling him Grandad. That was nice. And it was really nice. It was like one of the nice emotional moments. And then in the finale, I'm sure they had a lot of time together. They were talking about whether they should avenge Grace's death or whatever. I can't remember. I can't really remember. But the point is, we got somewhere with that storyline, and it solidified that we'd moved on. We'd got there. Things had progressed. And now in the first episode, in the episode we've just had, isn't he back to calling him Graham?
Well, Graham, when they're in the casino, says, like, he refers to himself as his granddad. But yeah, Ryan refers to him as Graham. And it is like, they do have a nice bantery relationship, but it should be granddad at this point.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why are we retreading that?
Yeah.
We need to move on.
Maybe
the show's like, it needs to move on somewhere else.
No, but maybe it's like a more realistic version, like he's going to take time.
He's just forgot. Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry. Yeah.
We realised it wasn't important anymore.
It's like, chill out.
Yeah. Okay, so Alice Linton says, what do you want to see more of from the companions, and what directions do you want the characters to go in? So let's go one by one. Graham. What do you want to see more of from Graham, and where do you want him to go?
Ooh, I don't know.
I know where I want him to go. Not in a mean way, but when I say the grave...
Well, yes, but what I think, however they write Graham out, he will be reunited with Grace somehow, won't he? However they do it, he'll be reunited.
I just feel like the way his story is going is he was ill, wasn't he? And he got the extra time, and Grace taught him to appreciate life again, and he's got that relationship with his grandson, and he's known the Doctor, and I almost feel like it seems to make sense for Graham to go, but it to be a story about, don't be sad because I've lived and I've experienced so much, and go on, Ryan, and you go and do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That would be almost uplifting, even though it would be sad.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
So not to say I want him to die, but that's where I see him going.
I think that's the natural end for his story, isn't it? Yeah.
What about Yaz?
Well, I think it would be... If they do keep the Master around for the series, I think it would be interesting if he does manage to sway Yaz to be his sort of...
I absolutely agree.
Companion. I think that'd be cool. I think it would just be it would just be a storyline that they've not done in Doctor Who yet, really.
Missy almost played with it with Clara.
Yeah.
There were hints that her and Clara could kind of get on at weird moments.
Yeah, which would have been interesting, actually. Yeah.
And I feel like with Yaz, that would be pretty interesting to see.
Yeah.
I would like for Yaz to like say more about kind of being bisexual, because I think that would just be good for kids to see. Like, it's not like a huge deal, but she's here, she's bi, that's a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's I would like it to be Yaz is the person that the Doctor is trying to protect from the Master, and the Master has identified Yaz as like the one he's going to try and get, just to get at the Doctor, just because he can.
Yeah. I
would like that. And as for Ryan, what would you like to see for Ryan? Shooting those hoops?
Shooting those hoops, yeah. I hope that there's an entire episode that's like Space Jam.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I think that's what they're setting up.
Imagine that's the series arc.
It ends with everyone gets kidnapped by the Master but Ryan, and Ryan has to compete in a galactic basketball tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Maybe that's the rest of the series. It's not even the finale, it's just the entire...
The Master was just like a misdirection.
Oh yeah, the real...
Early on.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We should have been paying attention to that hoop scene.
Absolutely. There's
him and his
clues
friend.
in there. Yeah, that wasn't really his friend. Yeah, that was the Hoop Master. Yeah.
But can you imagine if his friend is actually another version of the Master, right? And at some point in the dialogue he says something like, "Oh, I'm a master at hoops."
Imagine, yeah, that'd be crazy.
Imagine if the Master was actually Grace, and the Master was actually that dude, and the Master's
been
every
everyone.
Incarnation of the Master has just, his whole purpose this time round has just been to steal the companions from the Doctor.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you think I can't steal Ryan? I'm already his best friend.
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? That'd be so good. Yeah. I do think it actually, it's as exciting as it is. I do think it's actually a little unexpected that they brought the Master back so soon. I would say. Yeah. Because I know it's not really so soon. Because the last time we had that episode with Missy and the Master, didn't we? But that was 2017, wasn't it? 2017, which was only really what, two and a bit years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know. It was surprising. Like, it was really surprising. Like, it was exciting, but it was also, oh, okay, that's crazy. I don't know. I think it's odd. An odd choice, because it seemed like they were trying to write out the Master for a little bit after the episode.
Yeah.
So I do think it's odd. I would have been equally as excited if he had said, I'm the Rani.
Yeah.
Or if he had said, I'm Omega. But it's phenomenal that he's the Master. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know.
It's unusual.
Things to think about.
Okay. Tudor Acid says 2 questions. Do 13 and O have the same chemistry as Pertwee and Delgado? Discuss.
Well, I suppose it's hard to tell at the moment.
I was just going to say that, yeah. I think they could, judging by that.
Judging by those final minutes, yeah.
Because there's even in those final minutes though, like she doesn't hate him.
No.
It's like, oh my god, he's here. What's he doing? I have to stop him. But also a sense of like, please, like let me help you. Like this is really this has gone too far now.
Yeah, that's enough now.
That's enough now.
Yeah.
And then the second one is, do 13 and Yaz have the same chemistry as Jamie and the Second Doctor? They don't have as much chemistry as Jamie and the Second Doctor.
They don't have enough. They don't have enough to go on.
No,
They've not done anything.
The potential for them, yes, but I haven't seen it on screen. I think it's one of those things where people watching have like seen it and been like, let's build this and make it great. If they wanted to go there, it could be really great, but
Well, Yaz and 13.
They haven't had enough focus together. Whereas Jamie and the Doctor like were constantly like, they were hilarious.
I've met Mandeep Gill.
What was she like? Was she really nice?
Really nice.
Yeah, I like Mandeep.
Yeah.
Okay. Phoebe says, what do you think that creepy forest they get zapped into is? DNA strands?
It did. Yes, it did look like that, didn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like maybe they have been just shrunk down. I don't know.
So like within their own DNA, I don't know how it works. Or like...
Yeah. Or maybe they're on the back of like. Do you remember in Dennis the Menace, when every now and then you'd get like a cut to the fleas on Nasha? Do you remember that? Maybe it's like that.
But on Nasha.
It's setting up. Oh, they're on Nasha. Yeah, they're on Nasha. It's like a new element Chris Chibnall wanted to bring in for the series. He said, wouldn't it be great if every episode we could just sort of cut to a little comedy bit where we see what's going on Nasha, what these fleas are up to.
But are they going to like occasionally like zoom out and we're going to see Dennis and Nasha and what they're up to?
Oh yeah.
But just for a second.
It's a crossover, yeah.
The whole Doctor Who universe takes place on Nasha's back.
From now on, yeah.
Okay, Elliot Griffiths asks...
Elliot!
Yeah. What classic or New Who monsters would you personally want Chibnall to bring back the most?
Do you
know, for ages, the Axons.
Oh, yeah. I'm honestly surprised they haven't brought the Axons back.
The Axons, after reading like the books and everything that we did, the Axons to me look like the perfect monster to bring into this era. They're scary, they look cool. The Axons, like...
Yeah, they could be done really, really cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what I was thinking? I was literally thinking this last night, right? And hear me out. I think they could bring back the Candyman, right? No, seriously, this isn't me making one of my jokes.
Right.
Seriously, I was watching some like Watch Mojo like YouTube video last night where it's like silly as Doctor Who plots, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was looking at footage of the Candyman and it was, everyone like makes fun of the Candyman. It was like a 7th Doctor thing.
It's quite scary though.
Right? But if you just had like a close-up of those eyes, he's got like swirling like yellow eyes, you could make that really scary.
There is something frightening about that.
The way he speaks as well, you could truly make it terrifying.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everyone just sort of goes, oh yeah, that's silly, there's no way to make that work. There absolutely is.
No, but I feel like the way that our generation perceives like horror, like that kind of thing does make us feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah, imagine you're just in a dark room, you're locked in a dark room with something, and then all you can see are these 2 yellow things that are like spinning like that.
Do you know what it is? It's the same fear factor that would probably appeal to our generation, not older generations. Older generations liked Mr. Blobby. Our generation would be terrified of Mr. Blobby.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I might even be scared of the Teletubbies.
If a Teletubby appeared like right there, right now,
just standing there.
Yeah, I would honestly run. You would never see me.
Which would
again.
you be most scared of?
What, out of?
Tinky Winky Dipsy La La or Poe?
Poe, I think. Because I think Poe would just sort of like... Poe's smaller, isn't he? Poe could... Is it a boy or a girl?
We don't know.
Poe would just sort of...
They did reveal it,
I think Poe would just sort of like sit like this. And you wouldn't notice it in the room at first. And you'd look over. And you'd think, what's that? then it'd be like, or whatever noise Poe makes, and then it'd be like,
running at you.
yeah, like Pennywise.
Yes. Oh my god, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I think Pennywise is what I was trying to think of as well. Like, they could do the Candyman kind of Pennywise-esque. Especially the idea that at first Pennywise makes you laugh. Like with Georgie, at first he's like...
Yeah. I hear Georgie.
But also, that would be so creepy for millennials, because you can even show like millennials like making videos for TikTok or something, like, oh, look at this clown, like, what is this weird candy monster? And imagine it like playing into that, like...
Oh, I just think it could be done so well.
Being in like a selfie with someone and then suddenly like...
Yeah. I'd happily see the K1 robot back.
Yes.
Proper go massive, just have it like smashing through cities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know how you'd get to fight it, but...
No, but there's actually so many monsters that they could bring back.
Yeah, the potential was there to make them really cool.
If I was the showrunner, the first thing I'd do was like go through all this classic stuff.
Yeah.
What can I modernise here? Like, what can I bring in? Like, what can still kind of... And I also think it would be a good idea for them to do the Silurians properly, because of like how much they kind of mirror like situations like Israel and Palestine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they wanted to go for an episode that was very like relevant and political, they could go for that if they wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is Elliot's profile picture a Lego
Is that
Kid Addy Mundy?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I don't think I can make it.
It is. You know Kid Addy Mundy from the prequels? He's one of the Jedi.
No.
He's the one with the massive forehead.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's
okay.
him, yeah.
I don't think I recognise him because he looks like a piece of Lego.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Elliot, by the way.
Hi, Elliot.
That's one of my close friends.
I've never even met Elliot.
No, Elliot, yeah.
I
There
know
you go.
of him though.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got two more. Reese says, do you think Yaz has feelings for the Doctor? And if so, do you think she'll admit them before the end of the series? And do you think the Master will reappear in Series 12 after Episode 2? We've already done the Master reappearing after Episode 2.
Do we think
Yaz has feelings for the Doctor? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much what they're getting at. They have done in other episodes, they could push it more though.
Yeah.
She's the one that's most likely to be in love with the Doctor. Ryan's not in love with the Doctor. Graham's not in love with the Doctor.
I sort of ship Yaz and Dan. Personally.
You and Yaz?
Yes. Personally. That's just what I get from the series, but we'll see where it goes.
Okay. And Vilja, I don't know how to... I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. How do you feel Chibnall's background in crime detective dramas shows in his writing on Doctor Who? This is something I was thinking about the other day, and I was thinking about the showrunners, I was thinking about each of them and their strengths and what they come from, and you can really see their influences in their series. Because we were watching Dracula the other night. Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss, their combination is good at horror.
Yes, very
and
good at
fright,
horror.
like that kind of thing. That worked really well. So you could see he was coming from that kind of vibe. You could see his sitcom influence in his dialogue, which I personally didn't really like that much, but you could see that influence. Rusty Davies came from the soap world. You could feel the soap element coming in. And with Chris Chibnall, you do get that sense of, like, it is like you're watching one of those ITV crime dramas sometimes.
Yes, kind of, yeah, yeah.
And in some ways, that's not my cup of tea. Like, in some ways, that's maybe why I don't like it, but then that's why other people really do like it. Because it is kind of that Broadchurchy kind of...
Yeah, but wasn't... I've not actually seen Broadchurch, but wasn't Broadchurch all about sort of mystery and unravelling the plot and all that sort of thing? See, I just think that's... I think that actually would have made Series 11... I think Series 11 would have benefited from that much more.
But then I do think maybe that's what he's doing with this series.
Hopefully, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, maybe he was unsure of how to approach it, and now he knows what he can do.
And I don't want to be too hard on someone on their first series, because I do think he had the guts to do something different.
Yeah.
And I will applaud that. Because I think he's trying, and, you know... It looks like with this first episode of the new series, he's seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and obviously something's working because everyone's going mental over the Master.
Oh yeah, yeah. Smart move.
Very smart move. We love SACHA DHAWAN.
SACHA DHAWAN.
I feel like you've been putting out these little signals about like Yaz and Mandip Gill, and I kind of want to put mine out for SACHA DHAWAN, but then I don't know like his sexuality or anything. But if you're, I don't even know. Like, I don't like to assume, but if you're straight, bisexual, pansexual, then that's me shooting my shot.
There you go.
That's SACHA DHAWAN.
Mandeep.
I'm half Indian.
I'll see you soon.
Our babies would be.
Actually, she called me mate when I met her. Actually.
You get friend zoned by Mandip
slightly, yeah.
Maybe
there you go.
Yeah, but you know, you can, from friendship, something could grow.
Yeah, but then, unintentionally, there were two. Like waitresses that accidentally hyped me up as like a hype man, Because straight after I had a photo with Mandeep Gill, Beth was there too. Does Beth watch these? Hello, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
They came over and they said, sorry, where do we know you from? Do we know you from something? And I was like, please, this is Mandeep's time. Oh no, but she did call me mate, so we'll see how it goes.
But it's from something from there. Something can blossom.
Yeah.
I mean, think about Poe and Finn in The Force Awakens.
There you go.
You know, that started as a solid friendship. You know, started with mate, started with, you know.
There you go. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, thank you for watching this. Probably the next time you're going to see us talking about this, if it's not about Doctor Who, we're going to go and see Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker on Sunday together. Dan's already seen it.
I've seen it.
I'm going to see it, and then we're going to make a big.
Yeah, we can just do a general sort of new Star Wars
new
stuff.
trilogy kind of thing.
Yeah. We can talk about Mando in it as well. And...
Oh, Mando.
Yeah.
Mando. Don't we love Mando?
Do 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 do.
Din Djarin, husband material. I love him. If I could actually marry one fictional character, it would actually be Din Djarin. I love him so much, and I could adopt Baby Yoda.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been very long.
I don't think it has. I don't know. I don't think it's been long.
It's grown dark, but that might just be British weather.
It is. Yeah.
But the apocalypse is just coming.
That's it. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Love you loads. See you super soon. If you've got anything you want to ask or anything you want in a future video, send it, put it in the comments section, put it on Twitter, do whatever. Any questions for Dan? Obviously, I'll be making videos anyway, so make the most of him while he's here and not touring Spain and doing stage plays and things.
Spain, yes.
And also,
as an
again,
actor.
Agents. He's a real proper actor, this lad.
This isn't real proper actor.
He's a real proper actor.
Tell you what, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show up. Give me a chance.
Yeah.
Do it if you want.
Give those Indian rights. Indian rights. You looking for Indian?
Well, look.
If you don't cast him, you're racist.
That is racist, to be fair.
That is racist.
That is really racist. Yeah. If I don't get considered for the role of Bond after Daniel Craig, that is
racism.
Racist. Yeah.
It really speaks.
I feel like that was like an accidental, like, edgy topical joke about Mina Masood, which it absolutely wasn't at all. Like, Mina Masood, I fully support. Please, we're not trying to be like,
No.
wow, give me a shot just because I'm in it.
No,
but
no.
absolutely not. Yeah.
No, we're in fact mocking it on
That was almost like
a new
a
level of...
Piers Morgan level joke.
Oh God, I don't know.
Which we absolutely no.
I can't believe you said
Mina
that
Masood.
name.
That's where we were at.
Didn't do the Mandu. No.
Mandeep.
I just say Mandu. Sacha.
SACHA DHAWAN. If there's somebody calling me up, SACHA DHAWAN. Nice. I've got my Mandalorian ring on.
I got him that for Christmas.
It's definitely not focusing, but there you go.